back in Seattle, climbing at Seattle Bouldering Project once again. This session is going to mainly include red, green, and purple climbs. Let's jump into it. Starting off this session with this green climb here. This was I climbed on a Wednesday, and I actually climbed Monday, but I had forgotten my head strap for my GoPro and my backpack when I was riding to the gym, so I did not film anything, unfortunately. But that is all good because I did just climbs that I had already done previously, and I saved these new sets, mostly new sets for today. So it was a good way of kind of like easing myself back into bouldering and then getting to it. This first climb was pretty good, except my feet felt a little weird and I got a little uneasy, but that's okay. I got it done. This red climb was pretty good, I'd say. I enjoyed it. It was a solid climb. Just working my way up there. This is definitely a solid warm-up climb. Nothing too crazy about it. Kind of used that there, and then I realized, wait a second. Oh, there's the top hold. I just had to find it. Get my head up over the wall. Solid climb. I immediately tried this orange climb because I thought, you know what? This looks very simple. It looks like the start was the hardest thing out of all. I thought maybe I can go from the side, and then I was like, you know what? If I just stick my foot right there and like kind of smear against the wall, I think that'll do it. I was able to get up, and then I just had to work my feet around, use this volume that was placed there so kindly. Then I would just reached out, grabbed that orange hold there, and then I was able to work my feet the rest of the way up these holds. And although this was definitely a soft orange climb, always feels good to climb an orange climb in my position. Up next is this really interesting, very like technical purple climb. It's technical with a bit of muscle. I thought I needed to just like do this slowly, but I tried it afterwards and I realized, oh, I should be doing this a little bit faster, and well, just not faster, but just like going out and grabbing onto the hold. So we'll see that a little later on in the video, my attempts at that. I won't spoil whether I completed it or not. Up next was this green climb right next to the purple climb here. This area over here on the wall is like pretty solid. I took some advice that I'd seen on a couple episodes ago of this from someone. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, unfortunately, but they mentioned just climbing very slowly, controlled, and with like every footstep with intention. That's kind of how I climbed that climb there. I also kind of felt like I've been doing that a little bit more now. The last couple sessions I've done, I felt like I've been climbing more with intention and like where to stick my feet. So that felt pretty good. We just completed that red one there, and now up next is this red one here. So I didn't know where to start because there was no starting starting tags, so I was a little confused. Worked my feet up, and I realized there's that little handhold right there, and then moved my foot across onto the starting hold, or the one that I considered the starting hold. I was able to get up there, and then from here it was pretty simple. I just had to work my feet up, get my foot up pretty high there, stick my foot out, and then grab the top of the wall. Felt solid about that climb. Directly behind from where that climb was is this green one here. I saw one person try it. I didn't really see it too far. I didn't want to spoil myself too much, but I looked at it and I thought, you know what? This is something I could definitely do here. Felt really good. I was like, there has to be a hold up here. So what I did was I kind of stepped back and just kind of leaned up, looked up a little bit, and I saw that little green hold there. I grabbed it, and then I was able to easily get myself the rest of the way up here. Stuck my foot out, grabbed the top of the wall here, and topped out. Very solid climb. Up next is this red one, right off to the right of the green climb I had just completed. Initially, I thought, oh, maybe I need to grab that, and then I almost fell off. Did not touch the mat there. You have to trust me on that one. Unfortunately, you can't see it. but I did not touch. And then I was like, okay, this is a little weird. Like, I got to get my feet right. And I'm like, you know what? Wait, if I just pull here, and I was like, no, that's not really how it goes. And then I was like, okay, let me just kind of step up into here. And then I realized, okay, I just need to step up. And then from here, it was like, grab that. And then I'll work my way up the wall, got foot onto that red foothold there, and then top out. I felt pretty good about that. Again, just continue on right down the wall here, again to the right. This green one here, interesting start. I liked kind of going across the wall here and then kind of up. It wasn't that hard of a climb. That I don't know why that green one is there, honestly. Maybe it's as a foothold, but I don't know if I used it or not, actually. I think I just kind of put my knees on the wall and then pulled myself up. Up next is this yellow one here. Nothing too special to say about this, but mainly just keeping myself warm. I was kind of like figuring out what climbs I was going to do next, and I was like, you know what, I should just do a climb, and I knew I was going to be able to do a yellow climb. I'd be very disappointed in myself if I couldn't do a yellow climb. So I got my feet up here and then topped out. And then from here, I went to this green one here. I was like, you know what, this is definitely doable. I don't think I'll be able to do it on the first try, but I definitely felt confident. I made a mistake here. I should not have put both my feet up there. What I should have done, and what I do eventually do here in a couple of seconds, is I put only one foot on there and then kind of flag the other foot, and then I'm able to keep my weight not as heavy on my arms and more on my feet there. Then from here, I'm able to work my way up. I kind of reach around here. I think this is a little awkward way of doing it. I don't think this was the right way, but it worked. I kind of worked my hands up on that really big hold. Then I grabbed that, and then I saw nice two big holds at the top. From here, it's just kind of a ladder game. You kind of just work your feet up. Keep going, keep going, keep going until I can get like basically my knees over, and then I'm like, okay, I'm feeling chill right now. But we're onto this yellow one because, again, I was like, I don't really know what climbs to do right now. And then I realized I hadn't done any of this wall, so I'll end up doing that pretty soon. So I was like, you know what, I'll do this yellow one to start off this wall here. Nothing too special to say about this, but just this one was kind of weird. Again, it was just me fixing my feet. I would say it's like a 3 out of 10 a feet session for myself, honestly. Like, my feet were pretty bad sometimes. You'll see on that later slab purple one how bad my feet were. This purple one here, though, I thought was a great climb. I did personally. I had to figure out on the fly kind of where to put my feet, because initially I was a little bit shorter than what I was expecting. So I was like, you know what? If I go up to here and I stand up and then just kind of hang on that was a much better hold than I was expecting, to be honest. So I kind of grabbed this here and then walked my feet up the wall, and then I was able to grab that hold right at the top here in this flat zone, or flatter zone. And then here I kind of got a little freaked out with where my feet were, and I was able to stand up and then put my foot on that volume. I was able to climb up out of there, which I thought was pretty good. Up next was this red one, right next to the purple one, as you can see. This one was very simple. Honestly, probably the easiest climb of the day. Just one foot after another, which is sometimes not a bad thing. I kind of enjoyed this. Just this last part here was probably a little tricky, but really not bad. Quite simple. Then I went back around to the backside of this boulder here, and I went for this purple one. I didn't see this purple one at first, or else I probably would have done it right after doing this green one, but I saw someone doing this purple one right before I got here, and I was like, oh, that's a perfect one for me to try. They seemed to crush it pretty easily, so I was like, okay, well, they looked pretty strong. So, and at first I kind of freaked out. I was like, oh my god, is that a black hold? But it's just a really like chalky, kind of smudged up purple hold, which unfortunately I kind of mistake for when they got a bunch of chalk and grime on it. Sometimes I mistake them for just weird colors. Now here is me. I cut out probably about 2 minutes of me struggling to get even just touching the starting hold when I was able to get it first try, like no problem working on this. And I'm just going up here, trying to touch it, not working. And if you go back to the beginning, I am initially doing a like flagging my left foot out, but here I end up flagging my right foot. Here I end up flagging my left foot, and that seems to work. I don't know how. I realized here I just needed to grab this, kind of lean my weight over, keep my feet on the wall, and then walk my feet up here, stand up there. That's a pretty good hold. This hold, not as much, but that foothold was really nice. Here, I needed to get my foot up here and then just kind of stand up. And then that hold there was like kind of bad. And I was like trying to hold on to it. And I realized I just had to grab the top, and I was totally fine. Very happy with that one. I got a little too big for my britches here, and I really tried hard on this one. I stood up and I was like, okay, this is pretty good. Like, yeah, this is doable. I was like, okay, I see a purple foothold way over there in the distance next to that red foothold. And I was like, okay, well, I'll clearly have to go over there. So I'll work my way over there. I got this purple one here and kind of was like hanging off of it a little bit. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just like grab onto the volume. And then I was like, there's not really anywhere for me to grab on this volume. And so very quickly I realized, well, I don't know what I'm going to do here. And I feel a little sketched out with how my body position is. So I kind of backed off of this. At this point, this is getting towards the end of the session here. And I really tried to do that one. I've tried that one so many times and I've gotten past that move, but I think I was just getting tired at that point. So I ended up doing this yellow one here instead. And, neither here nor there, was relatively happy with this. Working my way up. Keep going. And topped out. Again, bunch of holds. And I thought, you know what? I'll really kind of push myself for this last one. I really had to work hard on this green one here. As you can see, I made a whole bunch of small hand adjustments just so I could make that reach there. I'm matching basically all of these holds for the most part, just because I don't feel super confident in my strength at this point. So this last one, you kind of have to match because of how long it is. But I work my hand across and I really grab onto this here, keep holding onto it, and then I get my feet in the right position just so I can kind of bump up and do that. Able to match, and I'm able to finish the climb here. Very happy about that one. Tail of the tape. What can we say? Solid on red, solid on yellow. One little green mishap, but not a big deal. I missed my feet on that kind of overhung one. I'm not really that mad about it. Purple, I'm really happy about. Orange, I'm also very happy about. Thanks for watching.